Hi friends, it's been long that I've had a conversation with you all. Nonetheless, I want to inform you all that you are the vital energy of the church. The young are the future of the church. So therefore, your faith, your participation and your activities in the church, be it with regard to faith or be it with regard to the activities in the church, everything matters in adding up to your own personality, for your own good and for the good of the faith of the people around you. Well then, today being the feast of the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, I would like to discuss with you mainly three important things. Firstly, why do we call the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary as the day of an obligation? Secondly, I want to speak with you the difference between the Dormition of Mary and the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. And thirdly, the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary in itself. So the first point, as I said, why it is an obligatory day. Well, we know that Mary was free from original sin, but other than that, she was a normal human person just like you and me. But in this process, she lived a life worth living and exemplary to the other, and she lived it till the end of her life here on earth. And to show this factor of a exemplary life to us individuals, the church takes an opportunity to portray Mary as an example. So that is one of the reasons why today is a day of an obligation. Secondly, while speaking of the difference between the Dormition of Mary and the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, the Dormition of Mary is in reference to Mary dying, and on the third day she coming back to life, just like Jesus was resurrected and then going up to heaven. But on the other end, the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary thinks different. It says Mary did not die. She, when her end came, she was just taken up to heaven, body and soul. So that was Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary. So the first, with regard to the Dormition of Mary, the Eastern Orthodox Church believes or holds on to it. And the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, we the Catholics hold on to this belief. But all the same, coming to the third point, the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary in itself, it has a background, a history, why it became a dogma. The First Vatican Council was held in the year 1869 to 1870, and in that about 200 priests unanimously said that we should proclaim the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary as a dogma. But it only came to limelight in the year 1950 on November 1st, proclaimed by Pope Pius XII in his Apostolic Constitution, Munificentissimus Deus. There are about 48 paragraphs where he refers to why Mary is called to be assumed into heaven. And the idea or the background which he refers constantly is to the document Ineffabilis Deus, promulgated by Pope Pius IX in the year 1854, which speaks about Immaculate Conception. Now we all know that during the Annunciation, where Gabriel came and spoke about the Lord's birth to Mary, she was said that she will conceive through the power of the Holy Spirit, and she gave a virgin birth to Jesus. Now, we know also that Mary was kept free from original sin, so too Jesus was free from original sin, and from a lifetime we come to analyze that she lived a life without sin, so too Jesus lived a life without sin. And so it is necessary that what God has begun in the life of Mary in its perfection should also end in its perfection. So therefore, the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary becomes important. So, while referring to the Immaculate Conception, the Pope narrates to us that this dogma, the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, that Mary being assumed into heaven, body and soul, is just not a saying for the sake of having Mary on a favorable side, but rather what God has begun in its perfection has to end in its perfection, and therefore in accordance to that he brought out this dogma ex cathedra, and this ex cathedra refers to infallibility of Pope, which was also brought out in the First Vatican Council in the year 1869 to 1870. Well, this is a short narration about the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, but all the same, there is so much to learn from Mary's life, be it humility, be it she called as Theotokos, as Mary the Mother of God, be it a reference to the new Eve as compared to the old Eve in the Old Testament. All are really conjuring together and helping us understand the realm where Mary stands. May the blessings and invocation of Mary always remain with us and help us come close to Jesus, her Son, who is our Lord and Master. Have a beautiful day ahead, and wishing you all a very happy feast and a very happy Independence Day.